Hi, everyone, and hi, Xavier. Happy to be here with you and looking forward to the session.
So, what are you exactly looking forward to?
Well, I have always enjoyed the conversation with you, so I feel this time that we spend together speaking to each other would be a good time and a pleasant experience, as always.
As always, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So, could you give a brief introduction to my listeners?
Brief introduction about myself. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Lenoy SJ. I'm a Jesuit, and I'm currently doing my master's in social work. I have completed my second year. I'm in the final semester, and I'll soon be moving into the field and working with children as per the appointment. I am a priest, and I am a priest with the Bombay Jesuits.
Okay. So, you got that. He is a priest. So, whatever he says after this, please be careful.
Well, I'm the one who's talking, so I need to be careful, I believe. Okay. Yes.
Okay. So, why did you agree to for this podcast?
Well, I look at it as a platform to share my views, my thoughts, and as a celibate in today's time, there are many questions people have about our way of life and things like that. So I thought this could be a good medium to clear up some of the air around that. And I also feel that it would be a good chat to understand things from you, your perspective, share my perspective, agree, disagree, whatever.
Okay. So, when did you join the Jesuits?
I joined in 2013 and I started my novitiate in 2013. And ever since I've been with the Jesuits.
Okay. For the listeners who don't know what novitiate is, a brief thing.
We have various stages of formation as a priest. You don't become a priest on day one of joining the congregation. There is a process that you're taken through, and the process has different stages. And the first initial stage is what is known as the novitiate, where you spend 2 years in a secluded environment where you are taken away from the world and taught about the ways of the congregation, while also you're made aware of what the world is looking for from you. These 2 years are basically the time for you to understand what this life is going to be like and to determine whether you are really cut up for it and whether you would really like to go ahead with this way of life.
Okay. So, before you joined the Jesuits, what were you doing?
I worked for about 12 years, and I worked in different organizations. My last position held was of a training manager in BPO, a voice-based BPO. I was heading the training department for one of the sites. In my training days, I started from information technology. Mainly, I was into product training, and then when I moved up the ladder, slowly and steadily, I got both parts: pre-process and process training. So I also had some part of the quality control team under my wing. So it was pretty much pre and post floor.
Tell me something about your family.
Well, I'm the only son. I've got an elder sibling, my sister, and my parents. Dad passed away in 2018, and mom is still there. And we are hail from Kerala, but I'm born and raised in a small town called Vasai on the outskirts of Mumbai.
I think people will not like if you say small town called Vasai.
Uh, well, it's a small town.
Okay, then why did you leave your training job?
Well, as part of the managerial team, I had to make some decisions which were pure business decisions. And I was in a phase of life at that time where my comfort level with that job had dropped drastically because of these decisions that I had to make, which were about some careers, which were about the jobs of some of my team members. And ever since, I was looking for what exactly I wanted in life. Fortunately, I would say later on, the I was also given a pink slip, and that made me really think harder. What do I want to do? Whether I want to continue in some other organization doing the same thing, or would I like to look at something new? And what's my calling, basically? So what I did was, after I came out of the organization, I went to Velankani and spent few days there. Almost 5 6 days I spent there, trying to understand what is it that the calling is for. Whether it is really because I have been called by the Lord, or whether this feeling of coming to this life is because of this current situation. And while praying and asking for clarity, my eyes fell on a series of lights which are there at right next to the altar in the one of the chapels at Velankani. The total script there is, Jesus is here, he is calling us. Um, that's the total script. But from where I could see the lights, some of the things were covered by people in front of me, etc. So what I could see is, Jesus is, and re of here was covered, so I could see he. Okay, and then I could see the word calling, and the you of us was visible. So when you read it, it becomes, Jesus is, he is calling you. So that was my confirmation in life about what the Lord wants of me, and then there's been no looking back, and I'm here. That's how I landed up here.
I'm glad I'm doing this podcast with you. How many years do we know each other?
Well, I have not shared this with many people, but it's on the media
Exactly.
also. And yes, I don't think we have spoken about it, about that experience
Never.
of mine. In the novitiate, I think so, I had shared in the group, but since you were senior to us, you were not in the novitiate with us, you might not have heard about the incident.
What made you think that you are there or your life is meant for a calling? I mean, why not one job to another job? What made you think that there is a calling for you?
Frankly speaking, I wanted to join after my 10th, and I had already checked on the congregations and things like that. I also did a discernment retreat, and I was pretty sure that yes, this is what I want to do. But when I discussed this with my parents, my dad was very clear, and he was right in his ways, to say that you have not yet matured enough to make such a decision, and you should at least finish your graduation and then take a call on this. So at that point of time, I felt okay. I will go by his directive there, and I continued my education. I finished my graduation, and in that period, while I was doing my graduation, I also started working. I come from a very lower middle class family, so finance was one of the areas of concern. So I started working, and once I started and got a taste of it, I was so pulled into it that it took me 12 years to move out of that career based life. And when I look back at these things now, I feel that was God's plan, because, as I said, my family was not from financially a very strong backing. So, what I managed to get in those years has helped my family till date to sustain. And I am very happy to also say that the Lord was very generous with me with promotions and good positions and good pay at that time. And seen tough times. Not that after I joined everything has been a bed of roses. I've seen tough times even with my family. I've seen 2 years my dad fighting cancer, so his treatment was expensive. But by God's grace, thanks to this experience of the 12 years of corporate life, we were able to sail through this. And even my dad was working in a good place. So uh, thanks to God's generosity, His well planned efforts, when I look back, I see that yes, um, it has made a difference. The opportunity to work has contributed, not only in terms of finance, also in terms of my growth, my understanding, my maturity. So, to answer your question, um, why this? Because after having tasted the other, I still feel this is a sweeter honey. And when I look back, maybe today the resources are limited. Maybe today I don't have the choices of, okay, or the freedom to decide for myself. But the satisfaction of doing what I'm doing today is much, much higher than what it was before. So I believe I made the right choice, and the Lord has called me to be here.
So I want to ask you one thing about you is that I know you have chosen a Jesuit life. I know you are first in a corporate setup as well. Is there a certain myth that people used to think about you which was not true? What is the first impression of yours when people look at you?
Well, I was looked upon as a taskmaster
Okay.
right from my training days when I was a trainer onwards. Uh, but only in the long run, once the relationship took some time, and then people understood that the purpose is different. And some of my students who are still in touch with me now, they are no longer student level; they are uh, global heads and things like that in various organizations.
Okay.
They do share that today they understand that value that was imbibed then, why it was important. And I'm happy when I hear that. So I was not the popular guy, but at the end of the day, the batches that I churned out was the ones that were in demand. So I was known as a taskmaster, and I would not say that was a wrong impression, but the motive behind it was understood only later. So that could be looked upon as a misunderstanding or whatever. Uh, I understand that in life people can be good to you or they can be good for you. So I opted to be good for more than good to, and that's why the taskmaster title.
So does that title still hold?
Now understand that the scenario is very different. When you were in a corporate environment, everything is task oriented, everything is delivery, reporting on time, and it's about numbers. But when you are on this side, I have moved from a profession to a vocation. So the shift is from task oriented mode to a people oriented mode. So, of course, I am fighting hard to make that migration, especially when I handle different responsibilities and things like that. But I am learning, I am trying to make that move, and slowly I understand uh, the importance of being more people oriented in this environment, more supportive, and understanding of what the other needs than what is the organizational need only. So that's the shift. And today, while performance wise, yes, things are good, but as I said, the deliverable is different. So I am learning.
So now in Jesuit life, social welfare has been a major part of your lifespan that you have been in. Is it?
I have moved through various works. Yes, social work has been one of the modes, but I have also been part of the education team in terms of my first regency year was in a school cum boarding setup.
Okay.
So while I was handling the boarding, I was also teaching in the school. Along with our own school, I was also teaching English in the municipal school, which is close by, the ZP school. So training has always been my passion. Let me be very frank about that. And those days, I have contributed in the education field, but understanding the social context. Because for me, who has been on this side of life where I would say more close to the city way of living, going to the tribal belt, seeing the needs, seeing the limitations, seeing this has been a great learning opportunity. And I feel that that 1 year that I spent after my novitiate in my regency has taught me a lot about things that I didn't know, uh,
Like,
things that we assume, and the reality below the skin is very different. So, um, like when I let me give you an example. When I went there, I was told it's a tribal belt, remote area, no cellular network, power cuts 6 to 12 hours a day, and so on. Um, the first day when I moved into the room and shut the door and I turned back, the welcome party was a black scorpion in my room. So that's the type of the area that I was in, and it followed with many more snakes and things coming to meet me later on in the year that I was there. But when I went there, I saw them with jeans and things like that, the children. And I was like, hey, this is just like the city children. I don't see a tribal attire or something. But that was the misunderstanding I had, because while that pair of jeans he's wearing is a jeans and it's city attire, that might be the only pair of jeans he has. And that learning took me some time. And when I learned that part of the need, that part of the social context, that part of reality, uh, I was a changed person, and I was able to deliver better, connect better. And I'm happy to say that ever since I've joined, ever since I've been in various places, it has been a continuous learning till date, and it has been helping me to evolve into a better person, more aware of what ground realities are, because the media and because of what we see on the television or in the movies, etc., you build an opinion about certain things, certain places, etc. But that is not the truth. There is much more. And I'm happy that as a Jesuit, I'm getting an opportunity to really experience, be there, see things, and learn.
so being from a taskmaster to a more people oriented approach, do you think now they are two separate things for you or they have become one?
Um, to be very frank, I'm still in the process,
Okay,
because deliverable is a deliverable for me.
correct.
And for me, it has moved from the factor of getting work out to making the person realize why this work is important. From the factor of making the person understand what is needed to more making him understand why it is needed. Because I feel in the industry also, in the corporate world also, there is skill and there is will. And skill is trainable. But if the will is not there, you will never attain what you're looking for. So as of today, I have moved to that centric approach where the importance is communicated, and based on that, the will is controlled. And the person, if he or she is willing to do it, then I don't have to worry. The person will deliver to the optimum possible. That's the way I have moved. I'm trying to move. I'm trying to become more people oriented than what I was.
Okay. Has there been someone who's been guiding you in this 12 years or you just look up to Jesus?
Well, Jesus is the guiding force. He's the ultimate. But there has to be someone who has to explain it to you. So, in our way of life, we have someone known as the spiritual guide,
Okay.
and he plays a very important role for us to understand what's expected of me in a given situation, to understand why XYZ things are bothering me the way they are bothering me, or why XYZ thoughts are coming, etc. So yes, the guiding force is Christ, but the means, as they say, the finger pointing towards Christ has been the spiritual guides I've had throughout my formation. One name that I would, of course, like to mention is Father Philip Teresa, the late Father Philip Teresa. I miss him. I miss his guidance, and I would like to say that he was one of the best I have had during this journey of mine.
Do you have any aspiration in the Jesuit life that you want to become something or you want to handle a certain project?
Xavier, to be frank, that's the difference between profession and vocation.
Okay.
This is not a career, this is a vocation. So it is not about what you want, but what the people around you are in need of. So, in terms of what I go for, of course, I have a say, I have an understanding of things, so I have a medium of expressing that, okay, I feel this would be better, or something like that. But in terms of, as they say, the career path and things like that, it's not so here. It is more about what is the need of the time and being there to fulfill that need. To give you an idea, I was never meant to be in social work, but when the province requested, I did my master's in social work, and I am now looking forward to that. So it is all about what is needed. Things change. So, as I said, now in this, if you include the 2 years of the novitiate, then it becomes 14 years. So, in these 14 years, the direction has changed multiple times. However, one guiding star or one, the North Pole star is always Christ. So, His will, His desire, that is the optimum. Uh, However, the means, the mediums, the apostolates could be anything. So, planning is there, but no one knows what is his plan, and things could change anytime. So, while I'm talking to you now today, and I'm supposed to be in the field of social work, tomorrow I may be in pastoral. Day after I may be in some part of education. So you never know. It is as I said. It is about the need and you being there to provide.
So, in this 12 years of Jesuit life, is there a memory in this 12 years or an emotion or an event that has happened with you which you treasure most or you fall back on again and again when there are difficult times in front of you or you see something difficult ahead of you? Is there a moment in this 12 years or an event that you kind of remember or fall back on?
To be frank, first of all, my Velankani experience has always been a assuring experience. So that is one thing that I can always fall back when I am in a confused state. So that is one thing that has been helpful, supportive in testing times. Yes. Then, as I said, spiritual guides. So I have had various spiritual guides, and there have been instances where another amazing spiritual guide I have had is one Father George Beck. He's from another province, Dumka, and there have been instances where I have been confused, where I have been really asking the question: Am I the right person? Am I at the right place? Am I doing the right thing? And he has also been there to guide. It's not something that is always crystal clear, but you get a sense of more or less what is expected, and it helps. So it's not like you know everything very clearly, but you have enough knowledge to take that leap of faith, and I feel that is more important. Uh, Being confident enough to take that leap of faith, and till date, it has not failed me. So
Okay.
incidents as you talk about. To give you an example of one of my companions, in the novitiate we have something known as the walking experiment, and we were supposed to walk from Belgaum to Goa, and just before that experiment, we had another village exposure experiment, community life experiment, and I injured myself just before finishing the previous one. So, because of my injury, I couldn't take the experiment of walking to Goa. Now, when I came, I was very tensed when I finished that previous experiment. Came and I was with the novice master, and I didn't know because my understanding was experiment is compulsory. If you don't do that, you are out. That was my understanding back then. And I was also very excited about the experiment because I had heard a lot of things about it and things like that. So even before my novice master could say anything, I came limping. I had injured my ankle. I twisted my ankle, so walking was difficult. But I was limping and managing. So I told him that, Father, I'm ready to give it a try. Well, I at least want to try and see where I can reach, where I can go. I may take a day or two extra maybe because of the other thing. So he told me one thing. Lena, it is not a checkbox system. It is not that only if you do this you can. No, you have an injury. It is understandable. Maybe the Lord wants you to sit out of it and look at others and learn. And that was an eye opener for me that, okay, there is a possibility of that. And truly speaking, when I heard the experiences that others had through that experiment, um, of course, I felt I should have also gone, but it has been a great experience of assurance. And from what they went through, divine providence has been experienced. Uh, Even for me, it has been a very, very positive reassurance that when He sends you, He takes care of you. And to quote one of my novice masters, I had two novice masters, Father Tony V, my first year novice master, always used to say that when you're sent, a special grace follows you. And that has been my experience. But here, the first part is important. You should be sent. It should not be your choice, but it should be His choice. When that is the case, things work out. I have had ample of experiences like this, and it only reassures me about Him being there to look at things, take care of things.
Favorite memory of your childhood? Do you have one?
Oh, there are many memories.
Anyone?
Um, One thing that made a big difference in my life is when we bought our own house. So that is one great memory I have of how we bought a house and how we shifted. My childhood, I was born and raised. I was born in '79 in a chawl. We used to live in a chawl at that time, a
In Vasai?
rented place in Vasai, and till my ninth standard, we lived there. So when we bought a flat of our own, and it was a very different space for me. One of the events that is deeply inscribed on my mind is this incident of our house warming and how my dad was in tears while we were saying the prayer and things like that, because it was a big change in our life. Our life, as in all of us, it was a big achievement. So that is one thing that I remember very clearly. Then it was always uh, a movement up, uh, settling into the new house, learning the ways of what you call as a apartment life.
Okay.
Uh, it was another learning for me because being from a chawl, all the doors were always open. And as a child born and brought up there, we could just walk into any house.
Yeah.
And if it is lunchtime, for example, then immediately a plate is kept for you. You don't have to announce you're coming, or you don't, and it's not like they close the door when. So I was from that environment, and when I came to an apartment setup, the first thing I had to get used to was all these closed doors. And the meaning of that closed door is also very deep. It means that, hello, you cannot come unannounced, you cannot come. For me, it took some time to learn that. And today I feel it has been a big learning for me, understanding where to draw the line, how personal space matters. All this lesson I got from that experience of when I shifted. And uh, I still tell people that if I'm given a chance to live, I would love to live in a chawl which has all the basic amenities, uh, rather than a bungalow which has got all the five-star accommodation.
I still like to go to my mom dad's place. They still stay in a chawl.
Yeah, so as I said, even I would love to. It's just about some basic amenities being there. Rest, it's a lovely platform. Today, what I have been molded a lot because of the chawl life. If I'm able to make friends easily, it's because of what I learned there. If I'm able to be generous, it is because of what I've learned over there. And believe me, uh, every child should go through this experience if he has to make a change in the world. I strongly feel it has been a learning experience, the foundational experience for me.
Even my son, he likes to stay with the mom dad because he gets to run about, go to people's place, play, come out, go into another house, play, come out. He doesn't like to stay in
Exactly.
my house because it's an apartment. Any message for me?
You're living the most difficult apostolate, family life. So you have more learnings than me.
Is it?
And yes, of course. Uh, See, for me, uh, it is one of the most challenging way of life in today's context. Um, we are provided for, we are taken care of, we have an assurance somewhere that okay, don't worry, things will be taken. For you, you're responsible. It's a big difference. Secondly, bringing up a family, keeping a family together, uh, being in the ups and downs of life together as a team, it's a big ask in today's time, especially when it's a time when no one likes to hear a no. No one believes in a timely gratification. It is instant gratification. So, in this circumstance, in this era, I believe one of the toughest apostolates is living a family life. So, I think you should be giving the inputs rather than me.
No, no, I don't have any messages for you.
But I'm happy. I'm happy to see you as a family man. I would have been happier to see you as a Jesuit, maybe, but this is what God has planned, and I'm happy you're doing well. So, kudos to you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
So thank you, Father Lenoy, for giving us time.
My pleasure. Thank you for considering me worthy of so much time of yours.
It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Same here. Same here.
Thank you.